guys, so it's just me today. We're going to be doing a bookshelf tour of my room. So this is going to be pretty long. I have 3 bookshelves, 2 that you see behind me, and then 1 that we put the camera on. So I'll show that one when we actually get into it. So I'll be going over all the books that I own. And also I was going to go through all of the knickknacks that I have on my shelf, including on top of all my shelves and kind of how I organize things. My bookshelves, the one that my camera is currently on is a Billy from IKEA. The 2 behind me are from eBay. They were selling them for like 2 for $60, and I needed bookshelves. And I was poor. Cheap bookshelves. But they still look nice. The way I organize my shelves is I do mine alphabetically by author, and it's by the first author on the book. So if I have a couple of books by 2 authors, it's whoever's name is on there first. Enough talk. This is going to be very long. I have a lot of books and a lot of knickknacks, so we will get right into it. Let's go. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. Smoke in the Sun by Renee Ahdieh. Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. Onyx and Ivory by Mindy Arnett. The Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard, which includes The Red Queen, The Glass Sword, King's Cage, War Storm, and Broken Throne. Grace and Fury by Tracy Bangart. The Shadow and Bone trilogy, all by Leigh Bardugo, which includes Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, Ruin and Rising. And the Six of Crows duology by Leigh Bardugo, Six of Crows, and Crooked Kingdom. And finally, by Leigh Bardugo, The Language of Thorns. Heart of Thorns by Bree Barton. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. For knickknacks on this shelf, this is my Ariel shelf. So I have hipster Ariel in mermaid form. I have Ariel in her sail dress. Ariel in her pink dress. And Ariel in her blue dress. The Wicked King by Holly Black. And then we have the Frostblood trilogy, all by Ellie Blake, which includes Frostblood, Fireblood, and Nightblood. The Anna Dressed in Blood duology by Kendar Blake, which includes Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares. I also have the Anti-Goddess trilogy by Kendar Blake, Anti-Goddess, Mortal Gods, and Ungodly. Finally, by Kendar Blake, I have all of the 3 Dark Crowns novels, including Queens of Fenneburn, 3 Dark Crowns, 1 Dark Throne, and 2 Dark Reigns. Fox by Nadine Brands. And then I have the Twisted Tales, the 4 by Liz Braswell, so A Whole New World, Once Upon a Dream, As Old as Time, and Part of Your World. Bulletproof by Macy Bookout. I have 2 books in the Diviner series by Libba Bray. I have Lair of Dreams and Before the Devil Breaks You. And last, for this top shelf, I have Sky Without Stars by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have a little mini Draco Malfoy. I have 4 little stress toy nifflers that are just hanging out. I have a miniature of Luna Lovegood's wand. And then other Funkos I have on this are a miniature Thestral, Hedwig, and Crookshanks. And I have a little Lego Mimikyu just chilling in the corner. Graceling by Kristen Kishore. Mirror Mirror, A Twisted Tale by Jen Kalanita. And then I have the Selection series by Kira Cass, which includes The Selection, The Elite, The One, and Happily Ever After. I do have the Heir and the Crown part of this series, but currently Brittany has them. The Siren by Kira Cass. The entire Charlotte Holmes series by Brittany Cavallaro, which includes A Study in Charlotte, The Last of August, The Case for Jamie, and A Question of Holmes. The Last Namsara by Kristen Ciccarelli. I also have both books in the Dividing Eden duology by Joelle Charbonneau, which includes Dividing Eden and Eden Conquered. The entire 7 Realms series by Cinda Williams Chima, which includes The Demon King, The Exiled Queen, Grey Wolf Throne, and The Crimson Crown. The entire Shattered Realms series by Cinda Williams Chima, which includes Flamecaster, Shadowcaster, Stormcaster, and Deathcaster. For knickknacks on this shelf, I only have 2. I have a Funko Moana from the end of the film, so in her chiefy outfit. And all the way on the other side, I have Tafiti, also from Moana. To Kill a Kingdom by Alexandra Cristo. The first 2 books in a Shadow Bright and Burning trilogy by Jessica Cluess, which is A Shadow Bright and Burning and A Poison Dark and Drowning. Artemis Fowl by Erin Colfer. All 3 books in the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, which is The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay. The first 2 books in the Alex and Eliza story by Melissa de la Cruz, Alex and Eliza, A Love Story, and Love and War. In the Witchlands series by Susan Dennard, which is Wind Witch and Sight Witch. The Glass Spar by Lauren DeStefano. The Tale of Despero by Kate DeCamillo. A Northern Light by Jennifer Donnelly. The entire Waterfire saga by Jennifer Donnelly, which includes Deep Blue, Rogue Wave, Dark Tide, and Sea Spell. Stepsister by Jennifer Donnelly. The Mermaid Trials by Cameron Drake. The Continent by Kiera Drake. Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan. The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. And The Cerulean by Amy Ewing. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have 3 Funkos. I have a little fuzzy Stitch, Steamboat Willie, and Baby Pegasus. All 3 books in the Jewel trilogy by Amy Ewing, which includes The Jewel, The White Rose, and The Black Key. We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. All 3 books in the Caraval trilogy by Stephanie Garber, which includes Caraval, Legendary, and Finale. Fatal Throne, The Wives of Henry VIII Tell All by Candace Fleming, M.T. Anderson, Stephanie Hemphill, Lisa Ann Sandell, Jennifer Donnelly, Linda Sue Park, and Deborah Hopkins. Reign the Earth by A.C. Gauguin. The Edge of Everything duology by Jeff Giles, so The Edge of Everything, and The Brink of Darkness. The Lux series by Anna Gottberdson. So The Lux, Rumors, Envy, and Splendor. Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant. The Other Boleyn Girl by Philippa Gregory. The Glass Sentence trilogy by S.E. Grove. So The Glass Sentence, The Golden Specific, and The Crimson Skew. And finally, for this shelf, I have The Similars by Rebecca Hanover. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have a Harry Potter mug that just sort of holds all of my bookmarks. And on this side, I have a little ring dish that holds a bunch of shells and an elephant that I got from India a couple years ago. So this is just sort of my conglomeration of mini souvenirs. Sea Witch by Sarah Henning. The Great Hunt duology by Wendy Higgins. So The Great Hunt and The Great Pursuit. And also the Spindlefire duology by Lexa Hillier, which is Spindlefire and Winter Glass. Cruel Beauty by Rosamund Hunge and Crimson Bound by Rosamund Hodge. The Everless duology by Sarah Holland, so Everless and Evermore. These are my Helen Hopkins books, which includes Crank, Glass, and Fallout. The Lantern's Ember by Colleen Hook. Stain by A.G. Howard. Truly Devious and The Vanishing Stair by Maureen Johnson. Winter Song and Shadow Song by S.J. Jones. The Illuminae trilogy by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. So I have Illuminae and Obsidio. I do have Gemina, but Sarah has it. So for this one for knickknacks is kind of my Game of Thrones one. So I have a little Drogon here and a Daenerys Targaryen over on this side. You by Caroline Kepnes. God's Grave by Jay Kristoff. Furyborn by Claire Legrand. Daughter of the Pirate King and Daughter of the Siren Queen by Trisha Levenseller. Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. Conquering Chaos by Caitlin Lowell and Tyler Baltiera. Reflection, A Twisted Tale by Elizabeth Lim. The Giver by Lois Lowry. Warcross by Marie Lu. A Court of Thorns and Roses. A Court of Mist and Fury. A Court of Wings and Ruin. And A Court of Frost and Starlight, all by Sarah J. Maas. Throne of Glass, the Collector's Edition by Sarah J. Maas. The Assassin's Blade. Throne of Glass. Crown of Midnight. Heir of Fire. And Queen of Shadows, all by Sarah J. Maas. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have this Kelpie mug, which also holds some bookmarks. I have a Ciroc alcohol bottle that just looked cool to me. I am over the age of 21, so don't worry. And I have a La Durée macaroon box that I got when I went to Paris in high school. And it holds spare Legos. And in the corner, I have miniature Fred and George Funko Pops. They are against the wall over here because they are too top heavy. Finishing out my Throne of Glass collection, I have Empire of Storms, Tower of Dawn, and Kingdom of Ash, all by Sarah J. Maas. Shatter Me, Unravel Me, Unite Me, Ignite Me, Restore Me, and Defy Me, all by Tahira Mafi. This is the bookish box version, so that's why it has the art sleeve. Stalking Jack the Ripper, Hunting Prince Dracula, Escaping from Houdini by Carrie Maniscalco, Reign of the Fallen by Sarah Glenn Marsh. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have miniature Severus Snape and Remus Lupin Funko Pops, my wand box that I got from Ollivanders in Harry Potter World, and miniatures of McGonagall and Dumbledore as well. Song of the Dead by Sarah Glenn Marsh. The Novice, The Inquisition, The Battle Mage, and The Outcast, all by Taran Matharu. The Last Magician, and The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. Before She Ignites, and As She Ascends by Jody Meadows. The Thousandth Floor, The Dazzling Heights, and The Towering Sky by Catherine McGee. The Female of the Species by Mindy McGuinness. Every Heart a Doorway, and Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shauna McGuire. Two Can Keep a Secret by Karen M. McManus. Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. And for the rest of the shelf, I have the beginnings of the Lunar Chronicles, so Stars Above, Cinder, Scarlet, Cress, and Fairest, all by Marissa Meyer. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have a miniature Funko of Ginny Weasley. Also, she is top heavy. That is why she is leaning. I have a weird Lego-ish dolphin. And I have a Funko of the TARDIS from Doctor Who. The last two aspects of these two shelves that I didn't go over is my Harry Potter collection. So I have originals of the first 8 books. I also have the original editions of Quidditch Through the Ages and Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, as well as the original edition of Tales of the Beetle and the Bard, and the 2 screenplays for the Fantastic Beasts 1 and Crimes of Grindelwald movies. Up here, I have the Slytherin edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I also have all 3 of the illustrated editions. And sitting on top of them, I have a mini Funko Hermione. I have the Mirror of Erised, a tiny Funko Harry, and a little Ron Weasley. And then I have a bigger Funko of Hermione in her Yule Ball gown and Harry Potter with Hedwig. I have the original box set of the British editions of the Harry Potter series, as well as hardcovers for the original British editions for books 6 and 7. So obviously all these are by J.K. Rowling. And finally, over here in my little collector corner, I have a 1960s box set of The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. I can't show you up here, so I have a little basilisk up here, as well as my little Lego figurine collectibles. I have Newt Scamander in his briefcase Lego set, and my pride and joy, the Harry Potter full Hogwarts Lego set that my fiance oh so lovingly got me for Christmas last year, that comes with little boats over here, the Whomping Willow, including the little car in the tree. More of the castle, our 4 founders. More of the castle, more of the castle, more boats, and we have my Smaug Funko. So these are the shelves that you guys typically see. We're gonna move on to the shelf that the camera is normally at, so the shelves that you don't typically see. That is this shelf. It's just a single bookshelf. I plan on adding to it eventually. The final book in the Lunar Chronicles, Winter by Marissa Meyer. Heartless by Marissa Meyer. Renegades and Arch Enemies, also by Marissa Meyer. Circe by Madeline Miller. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Nyan. Queen of Hearts, Blood of Wonderland, and War of the Cards, all by Colleen Oakes. Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. Beasts Made of Night by Tochi Onyebuchi. Dorothy Must Die, The Wicked Will Rise, Yellow Brick War, and The End of Oz, all by Danielle Page. And the Dorothy Must Die Stories, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3, also by Danielle Page. Seafire by Natalie C. Parker. East and West by Edith Petu. The Kiss of Deception and the Beauty of Darkness by Mary E. Pearson. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have miniatures of Harry, Hermione, and Ron from movie 3. I have a Funko of Bender from Futurama, and another macaroon box from Paris. Dance of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. Crown of Feathers by Nikki Powell-Preto. I Have the Right To by Chessie Pruitt with Jen Abelson. The Shadow Queen, The Wish Granter, and The Traitor Prince by C.J. Redwine. Again But Better by Christine Riccio. Falling Kingdoms, Rebel Spring, Frozen Tides, Crystal Storm, and Immortal Rain, all by Morgan Rhodes. Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Hollow City, and Library of Souls, all by Ransom Riggs. The Red Pyramid and the Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan. The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian, all by Rick Riordan. Jacoby, Ghostly Echoes, Beastly Bones, and The Dire King, all by William Ritter. For knickknacks on this shelf, I have a nano Lego of the Eiffel Tower and a regular Lego version of the Arc de Triomphe. An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Zodiac, Wandering Star, Black Moon, and 13 Rising, all by Romina Russell. Final Girls by Riley Sager. Song of the Sparrow by Lisa Ann Sandel. Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schult. I have the collector's editions of A Darker Shade of Magic and A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. And then I have the regular editions of A Gathering of Shadows and A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. Vicious and Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. Veneer Witch by V.E. Schwab. This Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. Ash Princess and Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian. Scythe and Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman. For stuff on this shelf, I have a little candle that smelled like green apple. It represents the Sunai from the Savage Song duology. And I used it and filled it with shells. Up here, I have a little Niffler who just sort of chills on top of the books. And then I have this little pouch that says Kel wore a very peculiar coat. The Crown's Game and The Crown's Fate by Evelyn Skye. Bloodleaf by Crystal Smith. Hunted by Megan Spooner. Sadie by Courtney Summers. This Mortal Coil and This Cruel Design by Emily Suvada. An Ember in the Ashes. A Torch Against the Night. And A Reaper at the Gates by Sabaa Tahir. Outrun the Wind by Elizabeth Tammy. Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Days of Blood and Starlight. And Dreams of Gods and Monsters, all by Laini Taylor. Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Little Monsters by Kara Thomas. Long May She Reign by Rhiannon Thomas. Ruined, Avenged, and Allied, all by Amy Tintera. Then I've got The Hobbit, The Languages of Tolkien's Middle-earth by Ruth S. Noel. And then the movie editions of The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King, all by J.R.R. Tolkien. For little things, I have a Lego Erumpent, a Lego Okami, and a Lego Thunderbird that actually goes with the briefcase set that's up on the top of my other shelves. Between the Devil and the Deep Blue Sea, and Between the Spark and the Burn by April Guinevere Tolchki. The Merciless 2, The Exorcism of Sofia Flores. The Merciless 3, Origins of Evil, and The Merciless 4, Last Rites, all by Danielle Vega. The Light Between Worlds by Laura E. Weymouth. The Lady in the Tower, The Fall of Anne Boleyn by Alison Weir. Catherine of Aragon, The True Queen. Anne Boleyn, A King's Obsession. Jane Seymour, The Haunted Queen. And Anna of Cleve, The Princess in the Portrait, all by Alison Weir. The Book of Essie by Megan McLean Weir. And I Darken, and Now I Rise by Kirsten White. Sky in the Deep by Adrian Young. And finally, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. I don't really have anything on this one because it's so low to the ground and I wouldn't see it anyway. So I have my other Harry Potter shelf on this bookshelf, which are the 20th anniversary editions, paperback of all 7 of the books. I have a Harry from movie 5 with the prophecy in his hand. I also have the Lego Platform 9 3/4 that's got little people in it chilling. I also have Funkos of Luna Lovegood, Dobby, Neville Longbottom, Nearly Headless Nick, and Moaning Myrtle. And then Funkos of Hagrid and Harry from his first year. And this book is my original paperback edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And up top, I just have some cups and tins. And then I have the Lego Skyline of London. Get more cups, and then a Pokeball. So that is the end of my bookshelf tour with my 3 bookshelves, my various Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings collections, and the various knickknacks that you occasionally see in the background of our videos. I have been collecting books for a long time, so my collection has been building over the past couple of years. I've really been collecting books since middle school, if anything. I stopped during college, and then after college I was able to get back into reading, which was really awesome. Not all these books I have read. I have them all mixed together just because I think that's more aesthetically pleasing. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. So feel free to like and comment and subscribe to our channel. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday now. All of our handles are also linked down below. So all of our Instagram handles, all of our Goodreads, as well as Bean's blog. So feel free to check out all of those. And I will see you in our next video. Bye.